You playing the video first, right?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't heard? Have you heard? It's on Wednesday night at 8 p.m.
Girl, what's on Wednesday night at 8 p.m.?
I guess you haven't heard.
Hello? Y'all still don't understand? Y'all still haven't heard?
I didn't know who y'all talking about.
Welcome, everybody, to Deliberate Discussions. I am your co-host, Vicki Horton.
And I'm your co-host, Thadrick Parker, and we're Deliberate Discussions. Please join us via Facebook Live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Deliberate Discussions!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deliberate Discussions Live with me and my co-host. I am your co-host, Vicki Horton.
And I'm your co-host, Thadrick Parker. Welcome back, friend.
Oh my God. Even though we've seen each other, I've missed you so much.
Yes, it has been a long break. We have had so much has happened during this break. I've missed your face, although we talk every goddamn every day and text, but I miss you. I just feel like our baby has grown up and just went off to college or something.
Listen, God is good.
Look, friend, we back, bitches.
Hey, and with a vengeance, honey. This is our
Exactly.
season again.
Again.
Okay, every season is our season, but this is our season again. So,
Exactly.
Thadrick, tell me what went on our break. Tell the viewers what went on break.
Well, a lot happened during the break, and the most exciting thing that occurred during the break is I's married now. I said I'm married now. And I am so excited that I am now a married man. I married the love of my life, Joshua Williams Parker. He's an amazing man. It just feels good, friend. It feels good.
It is a good feeling when you find love and you feel that love, and you surround yourself with friends and family that love you both. And I had an amazing time in Chicago. Thank you so very much.
Oh my God. It was an amazing, it was an amazing family weekend. And I'm so grateful for everyone that attended. We had an amazing time, and we was just so grateful for the love that we received that weekend. Today is actually our 1 month anniversary. He's on the road, he's traveling, but he is watching right now live. So hey, babe, he's in the airport in Miami right now.
He's near me. Okay.
He's on a short little layover there before he goes on to this next destination. But it's been amazing, and it's 1 month down and a lifetime to go.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I can tell anybody I ain't going nowhere, and he ain't
either. You
not. The wedding was absolutely amazing, and I just wanted to just take a moment just to thank everyone. For the people that attended, for the people that did not attend, just all the love and the congratulations and all that stuff that we received. I mean, we were just overjoyed, and I see that. We do have Pam in the comments, and I also want to tell my friend Pam from DC thank you, because she went hard also that weekend, and made so much happen, and she went above and beyond, and I'm so grateful. I mean, there were so many people that played so many parts to ensure that our weekend was amazing, and we're so grateful for those people. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you, Pam. I mean, brunch was just amazing.
Wasn't brunch amazing for you?
Oh my God. And for our viewers, in case you guys don't know, we did a live show while I was in Chicago for Thadrick and Josh's wedding. And when I tell you, I wish I had started filming from the time I got there, because the whole street, as soon as you hit the street, you just felt the family love.
Correct.
And everybody was just there for Thadrick and Josh, and it was just it wasn't like friends and family. We were all family.
It was family.
And we had an amazing time. And baby, when I tell you them grits,
you would still talk about them grits, friend.
Baby, them grits. I don't even eat grits like that no more. But them grits
was good.
I want to take some of those home with me.
Correct. I also
want to scraping the bowl.
Yeah, my friend Sylvia, childhood friend, went to school with. She's like one of my best female friends all of my life. And her and her husband actually came up for the wedding as well. And she's in the comment. And I just want to tell you, Sylvia, thank you so much for being a part of our special day. And we love you. Thank you so much. Yep. So
Okay.
that's what happened on my break, friend.
Hey, well, basically the same thing happened on my break because I was up
Exactly, 'cause
there.
you was here.
You know what? It felt good. It did feel good to be back in Illinois. I lived in Chicago and St. Charles, Illinois for a long time.
Okay.
And I mean, it felt so. I want to move back. It's a lot. There's a lot of video and pictures that I did not post,
Okay.
but I really feel like I want to move back. And if I do, I have you in so much trouble. You, friend, I can't move up there.
You can't, girl.
I can't move up there. Bilal gonna put both us out, and I don't even hear that.
Exactly. So stay in Florida, friend. Stay in Florida. Bilal's in the comments. He said, "Come on back, Vicky."
Listen, I will be back, and the house is beautiful. I
Thank
love
you.
your house, and I mean, congratulations to you guys. You're homeowners. You're married. Y'all did that backwards, so you know.
Let me tell you
Hey,
something, people. The
I
nice thing,
support
friend,
everything you do.
life has been truly lifing.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
and I tell my husband all the time, especially when we're just so unsure about something. I tell him, God always makes a way.
You
Always.
tell you what,
My husband.
I love it. I love it.
My husband.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I gotta go and ask my husband. I remember when I used to be like that, honey. Oh, I gotta ask my husband. I get
One
back
thing
to
I
you.
realized, especially, yes, we were a couple, we were in a relationship. That was my boyfriend at one point, and it was okay, But again, when you get married, it's a completely different dynamic, and there's boundaries that set. So again, when you get married, there's not a decision that's made without the other one,
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I tell everyone I need to speak to my husband. It's
Yep,
just that
that's
simple,
right. It's just
you know.
it's out of respect. You took those vows and you take those vows seriously.
Correct.
And it's unfortunate, but that's a different topic. But anyway, friend, let's move on with this
Hey,
show. Congratulations to you and
thank you.
Joshua. I love you both, and you will be seeing me in Chicago sooner than you think.
Come on, it's a lot of house, girl. And there's plenty of rooms in here. Come on.
I know I want it downstairs.
Okay.
I want it downstairs, the whole downstairs.
All right, let's get this party started then.
Okay, so what's first on our list? Let's do some advertising because for a lot of people out there, you don't know, Deliberate Discussions does online live advertising, and we will advertise your event, your product, your business, whatever you have going on in the community or around the world, wherever. Deliberate Discussions will do that. For pricing, please call me, Vicky Horton, 561-325-1488. And speaking of promotions, Thadrick, one of my favorite promoters, and I don't know if I really want to call him a promoter. He's more like an entrepreneur, and he was a
Okay.
guest on the show, Rohan Sutherland. Shout out to you. He has an event coming up. I think it's Coffee and Cream or Cream and Coffee.
Okay.
All I know is I drink my coffee with the cream. Okay. And this, if you remember Black Lux Picnic, this is going to be amazing. Rohan Sutherland, shout out to you. He throws the most amazing upscale events for brown folks.
Perfect.
And I am so glad that he is part of this community. And I just, my hat goes off to you. Wednesday, June 19th, he has an event. I think it's called Coffee and Cream or Cream and Coffee. Please make sure you hit Rohan Genesis Sutherland, Rohan Sutherland on Facebook, I believe. Make sure you hit him up, find out more about his event, Coffee and Cream. It's going to be an amazing event. I do plan on attending. I just got to find me some coffee and with a little cream.
Okay. Well, before we move forward, I do want to give a shout out to the Coyotes.
Yes, Coyotes!
I have been watching them. I'm so proud of them. They were actually guests on our show last season. We look forward to having them back, to being a part of Deliberate Discussions. But I just want to give them a shout out. Job well done. Continue to do what you're doing in the community. Continue to do what you're doing on the field.
Yes.
And Deliberate Discussions is most definitely proud of you, ladies.
Yes. And if you guys are looking for something to do in Duval County, Jacksonville, there is a game against Jacksonville this coming Saturday. I am leaving Friday night. I will be in Jacksonville supporting the Coyotes, West Palm Beach Coyotes. My daughter's a football player for them. And I mean, this season has been amazing. And
what are you, like the team mom or something?
You know what? I just go and support my babies. I love all those ladies. They are amazing. I rode the bus with them to Fort Myers, and when I tell you, I had a time with those ladies. They all respect me, and they're so passionate about what they do. Newcomer Montana Ramsey, if you remember, she was here. Man, that girl can hold that line. Do you hear me? She can hold that line.
I'm telling you, every time you go live, I'm like looking at them, and I say, my friend knows she be out there supporting them. Absolutely amazing.
I have to. I've always supported my kids throughout sports, everything that they do.
Okay.
I try to be there for them. And you know what? If I can't provide financial funding for them, they just know Mama gonna be there.
And didn't it take you back to your Dairy Rocks days, right?
Oh my God! You know what? Not for myself, because my mama didn't go to Dairy Rocks games, you know. But for me, with my daughter cheering, my oldest daughter cheering, and my son playing football for the Dairy Rocks, and then the Boynton Bulldogs. Yeah, I was team mom for the Boynton Bulldogs, and when I tell you, them girls, they remember me and Miss Janarelle, honey. They remember Janera Wright, Coach Janera Wright, baby, and team mom Vicky. So
shout out to the Coyotes. We love you all.
Yes. Thank you all so much for your support of the West Palm Beach Coyotes. And remember, Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County, if you are watching, make sure y'all come out to the game to support. I will be posting the address to the game.
Perfect. All right, so let's get into this first topic.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, Thadric, the big hype right now is the drug Ozempic.
Correct.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Ozempic. I myself just recently was put on Ozempic by my physician, a real physician. I am type 2 diabetic, and he recommended that I go on Ozempic. I normally take metformin, 500 milligrams a day, and I was taking insulin, but now that I'm on the Ozempic, I don't have to do the insulin. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because there is a major shortage on Ozempic.
Okay.
And I want to talk about this. I'm sorry. I want to talk about the side. What is it? I want to talk about the side effects, the benefits, the pros, the cons of it, just so we can give our viewers some sort of insight, because a lot of stars are using this for weight loss only.
Correct. And it's one of those things where, yes, there's a benefit of losing weight, but there's, we have people that's diabetic, like myself being pre-diabetic, you being type 2 diabetic, that actually needs the drugs. So I'll play a video and then we'll come back and start the discussion.
Ozempic weight loss shot.
I feel like screaming at them. They need to go and lose weight another way. They shouldn't be taking a diabetic's medication.
How would you feel if your health was deteriorating, you knew a medication could help, but you couldn't access it because it's flying off the shelves from people wanting it for weight loss, which it's not actually meant for?
Perth woman Leonie is a type 2 diabetic and has just been diagnosed with a neurological disorder called peripheral neuropathy. She believes the symptoms could have been prevented if she was able to regularly take Ozempic.
To take an injection off somebody with a disease that's ill with this already, I can't grasp that. I get very cross. It's to keep me healthy.
Leonie says she went 12 months trying to find the drug, and when she did, it was never enough.
Last year, 175,000 Australian patients accessed Ozempic via the PBS. So far this year, that's increased by about 100,000. The Pharmacy Guild says shortages are expected well into next year. The demand has been blamed on the intense level of interest in the drug on social media.
I'm on the weight loss shots, honey, okay?
It's even been the butt of jokes at the Oscars.
When I look around this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?
But to diabetics, it's no laughing matter.
I suffer from a lot of side effects while settling onto the drug. And so anytime I can't get a constant supply, I go back into the cycle of nausea and vomiting.
And the reason there's a shortage is because apparently all the celebrities are using them to lose weight.
I think what we're seeing here once again is prescribers just not following the guidelines. And I think it's creating a situation where it's dangerous for the people who need it the most.
but they are guidelines. While the TGA recently put out new recommendations for Ozempic to be prescribed for type 2 diabetes, they are not enforceable regulations.
At the moment, the shortage is a worldwide problem. It's long and it's sustained. I think we have to look for alternatives.
So, the latter part of that video, like I had a situation recently, at yesterday actually. I, being pre-diabetic, of course, I take my Ozempic every Saturday. I realized that I didn't have any more left to take my shot for this upcoming Saturday, so I called my pharmacy to place an order, letting them know that I needed to replace it. So I have my stuff delivered to my house. I'm home on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which is convenient for me to receive it because it does come in an ice pack and all that stuff. Yep. So when I placed the order, they told me that, well, we don't have it in stock, so we'll have to ship it. You'll probably receive it Thursday or Friday. I said, well, that doesn't work for me. And she was like, well, you'll still receive it in time to take the injection. I said, well, again, it doesn't work for me because I'm not home on Thursdays and Fridays. I'm at work. I said, and the package will be sitting outside my house all day and the ice packs will melt. I say, so you need to figure it out. She said, okay. She calls me back 10 minutes later. All of a sudden, miraculously, they had a shot. Well, Mr. Parker, we found one. We had one. We'll send it to you. You'll get it overnight. I received it this morning. But I said that to say that there is still a shortage, and there's still people like myself that tends to suffer because of the fact that these pharmacies are running out of the product. Now, my question to you, friend, who do you think is at fault here? The doctors, by prescribing this medicine to people that's not suffering with diabetes? They're prescribing it for weight loss. Do you think they're at fault?
Now you caught me off guard with that one. Honestly, and I wasn't blaming, I never thought about blaming the doctors and the people that are taking the shot for weight loss. I was actually blaming the people who can afford it. Because, and let me just say this, I mean, Ozempic, without insurance, it can cost up to $1,000, maybe more. Okay, the maximum cost that the people I talked to, the most that they paid was $950 for one month of shot. Now, my insurance won't pay for all of it. My insurance, my copay is $250 a month for it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because they're saying that my A1C is where it basically should be. So I'm right. I mean, I'm not doing it to lose weight. I'm really doing it to maintain, a good glucose level. I mean, your A1C should be less than 7%.
Correct.
Mine, thank God, is now at, like, I think my doctor said it was at 5%, which is good. And my thing is, I do blame some doctors that are greedy for the money that people like Kim Kardashian is paying, or all of the stars that can afford it. But at the same time, you got somebody, Big Mom over here, that really needs this medication.
Correct.
And it's, oh, baby, go down to the pharmacy, go to CVS and pick up my medicine. And then they get there and they find out, oh, Big Mom, CVS said they ain't got the medicine. Oh, we'll go to this one. It's kind of like, I don't know if you remember the drug epidemic where they were selling, there was this pill, oxycodone. It was hard to get them for the people that really were in lots of pain because it was on the market and people were getting prescriptions for them but didn't need them because there were all these pain clinics going around. And that's just a whole nother topic too.
Correct.
Ozempic, I blame the shortage basically on the greedy doctors and on the movie stars that are so vain, and even on the people that are vain, like the one young woman in the middle. Yeah, I'm on the Ozempic shot. I mean, girl, you like a toothpick.
Correct.
And you sitting there talking about, oh, all you had was this coffee with, a little shot of this, and and that's my thing. They're doing it to not eat. But people like me who are diabetic, we're doing it for a lifestyle change. I've changed my eating habits. I really don't eat bread, potatoes, corn, pasta. Like I said, with the grits, man, that's probably why I was so in love with the grits at your brunch.
Correct.
But I just, I blame them. I blame a lot of the doctors, and I blame a lot of the, the people, the rich folks.
Correct. And then so
taking it away from our people.
Yeah. And then and people, what they don't realize is that you're taking a drug for something you don't need it for one. But there's also major side effects that come with it. Now, for me, I've been blessed not to experience any side effects from Ozempic. I haven't had a problem from day one. The only side effect I've had was, constipation every now and again. Now, your experience was completely different from mine.
And just so my viewers know, I'm not laughing because it comes with side effects. I'm laughing because I talked to my friend, and Thadric, when I'm like, I was sick for like a whole week and a half, almost 2 weeks. And I mean, 1 minute I couldn't even sit on the toilet, and the next minute I'm married to the porcelain.
Correct.
And then,
it shocked me because I'm like, well, I've been on this drug for this long and I haven't had one side effect. So.
Man, when you told me that, I'm like, what?
I'm like,
it was the nausea. I felt like going to buy me a pregnancy test because I'm like, I know dang going well. My old ass is not up.
Correct.
I had the morning sickness, and the smell of certain perfumes or colognes, it made me sick to my stomach.
Correct.
And I couldn't take it. So, for those wondering, and let me just read this because I typed this up.
Okay.
And let me just say this because I want to make sure I get this out to our viewers because this is social media. But social media does play a huge role in the controversy over whether or not Ozempic is good to take or not. However, people should be very careful about the good and the bad that they read about the drug. Not all information posted is accurate, meaning it's not true, and it can also be misleading. That's why it's extremely important that you all seek medical advice from your physician. I'm not talking about the man who's selling the black market shots of Ozempic that you can get them for $100, $100 a month. I'm not talking about those people. If you really cannot afford this medication, please don't go out there trying to buy it. And then another thing, some of these doctors who are not, I'm going to say some of these doctors, whether they're licensed or not, they're prescribing the max dosage of this medication to people from jump.
See, no, that's not good.
And it's not. Thing is, the one thing about Ozempic, you normally start out at 0.25. Then after the first 4 weeks, you move up to 0.50, which is where I'm at. I'm at 0.50 now. So Wednesday, I take my shot on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be my last shot. And then the following Wednesday, I'm going to go up to one milligram. So I'm like, God, get me through this 0.5. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like, I don't want the porcelain to know my ass that well.
You see, the thing, and I'm sorry that you are going through that. I mean, your body has reacted completely different because I'm at the highest dosage, and I'm at the highest dosage, and
You're at 2?
I am totally at the highest dosage.
Oh my God.
My A1C glucose level has actually been really, really good. I just went to the doctor recently, but I've also lost 22 pounds on the drug.
That's good. I can see it in your face too.
So I'm glad that you said that, but I'm going to play one last video before we move on.
To lose 5 pounds. How do you feel about that?
It's not what its intended use is. Why that's dangerous is because when a medicine is studied by this evil pharma that we're talking about, it's studied in a certain population, people who have type 2 diabetes, who are overweight or have high blood pressure. So when you're taking it as someone who doesn't have any of these diagnoses and you take it, how do I know that the risks you're facing are going to be what the ones that we found in the research when we didn't test it on people like you? It's the same reason why we suck at treating women's heart disease, because we never did research on women's heart heart disease. So when a female patient comes in and says, oh, I have a little acid reflux, maybe a little arm pain, we discount it and they're having a heart attack because our initial research was not done on women. It was done on men who said, I have an elephant sitting on my chest. This is how I describe it. And that's how our common knowledge is of heart disease. And therefore we miss all these heart attacks in women.
Good point. You know,
now I just want to read some of these comments that are on here. Colgate Smile says, alternate where you're giving yourself the shot to possibly alleviate some of the side effects. And that information, I did receive that from my physician. He recommends giving it in the arm. I rotate it now from my arm to my stomach to my butt cheek, like that or whatever. But the American Diabetes Association, the ADA, they recommend that a reasonable goal for most adults with type 2 diabetes is an A1C of less than 7%. And like I said, mine is I think my doctor says that like 5.
Okay.
So that's good. But the medical benefits of Ozempic, it improves the blood sugar. It lowers your risk of cardiovascular events like a heart attack, a stroke, or death, or for adults living with type 2. And I'm going to emphasize adults because there are children that are type 2 diabetic as well. And this medication is not for them. It's not for them. And also, if you know which diabetes you have, because it's not for type 1 diabetics. Totally different ballgame with that. Also, there are other brands of Ozempic. You have Wegovy, and Wegovy is a higher dose version that's also approved for weight loss. Okay, you have Mounjaro and Saxenda.
Okay.
Which is, if I'm pronouncing this wrong, somebody in the comments let me know. It's tirzepatide instead of semaglutide. Ozempic is semaglutide. And the starting dose for Mounjaro, get this, Patrick, 2.5 milligrams weekly. Then after 4 weeks, it goes up to 5 milligrams.
That is a lot.
This exactly, and this is the Mounjaro, and this is like the next best thing to Ozempic, is from what I understand. And then if they need additional, they'll go up to the maximum dosage for Mounjaro is 15 milligrams once a day.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Who the hell is going to do that?
That's a lot. My aunt said in the comments, she said my uncle had major side effects from the drug and his doctor had to stop it.
Yeah, and you know what? And it should be stopped. I mean, a lot of people, what is that? Hypoglycemic. I mean, people can pass out from that. If you have gastric problems that you don't know of, Ozempic can really affect you, in a bad way. So, and for those people that they're squeamish about shots, they also have another drug similar, which is called Ribelsis, and that's a tablet, and that comes in 7 milligrams or 14 milligrams. But again, like I read to you, all of this stuff, it can be misleading. We're just telling you about our experience, experience that we've talked to with people that we know are taking Ozempic, and some of the physicians that we've talked to. So please get the advice from your physician, a licensed physician, before you take any medication at all, and that includes metformin.
I noticed that your copay was $250 for your portion of the drug. Have you considered getting a copay card for the drug company?
I just saw that in the comments. I really would like to know more about that copay card because I had no idea that even existed. So thank you so very much. Who posted that comment?
Deanna. She just texted me some information. I'll send over to you as well.
Thank you so very much for that, because I knew nothing of it. But I'm doing the 250. That's what they told me. It beats the $900 and something that they told me I would have had to pay.
Jesus. Rosie said, my mom has diabetes and her insurance has stopped covering it. It works for her, but because people have started using it for other forms, it has become higher in demand.
That's true, Rosie. My heartfelt sympathy goes to you on that and your mom, because it's not fair. And that's what I'm saying. See, you got people's mom that needs this medication, and other people are trying to abuse it to look good.
Correct.
So, we have to do something.
Yeah. That's yeah, I'm sure there'll be more information. And one thing I will say before we leave this subject is that even when I started the drug, there wasn't a whole lot of information that I received from my physician starting the drug. I did research myself online, to learn, the side effects and everything. Because even when I ask questions, I'm very analytical and I analyze everything. And I know when someone's like, they're bullshitting me or they really don't know. So I really didn't feel like my doctor knew a whole lot at the time when the drug first came out. So, but I just thank God I haven't had, major side effects from it.
I'm so jealous of you, friend, but thank you for being there for me. Because when you called me that one night, and I was going through it. I was really. Let me just say this. I don't know if it's everybody, but for some reason, since I've been taking the Ozempic and I'm going on my 3rd month, I don't feel the need to want to drink anything other than water. I like alcohol. And y'all know I love me some Hennessy. Baby. I don't want
that brown liquor. What they say about that brown liquor?
Hey. They say, listen, I got a bottle sitting right there staring at me, and I'm like, I ain't even touched it.
And that's good. That's good.
It is good. I don't feel the need to want to drink. And I really don't eat that much either. So all right, so but we're gonna touch on this again, and follow up with a lot of these comments. We will be responding to them over the next few weeks. So
great topic, great conversation on that. I like that, and I love the comments. Thank you guys so much for your comments.
Thank you all so very much for participating.
So going into our next topic, I'll play the video first, and then we'll discuss it. Hold one moment, please.
My grandma a convicted felon, my daddy a convicted felon, my mama a convicted felon. So I'm not really that moved or celebratory behind somebody being a convicted felon, especially because I know they ain't gonna have no implications on their real life. When my mama and my daddy and my grandma caught their felonies, it changed their life forever and made it where there are certain opportunities, accessibility, and resources they no longer could put their hands on because they're a convicted felon. I'm talking about a lot of jobs in this country will make it where you no longer are eligible for that job because you have a convicted felon. You feel me? So the fact that this man has studied 4 of them and still is able to run for commander-in-chief of this country, it really make me feel this type of way. You know what I'm saying? And then the pessimist in me make it where I become so desensitized to what's going on in this country. It's like, hey, what this mean? Because in my mind, shit, even if they were to convict him 4 days before the Republican Party said that he was the primary candidate, the folks would still figure out some type of way to vote for him. So again, for me, it's like, what it mean? What is the implications of him having these 34 felonies? And I know a whole bunch of folks that got felonies and they can't do nothing, but he's able to still run for president of the United States. Shit crazy to me, man. And free all the guys, especially when knocked up for nonviolent victimless crimes.
Now, y'all know we love us some politics here on Deliberate Discussions. Y'all know we love politics. Okay, all things politics. Okay, it's in our slogan.
You want to go or you want me to go?
I'm gonna start off on this, and I know I don't talk enough. Okay, so the man in the video, he's referring to Donald Trump. Okay, as everybody knows, Donald Trump was recently convicted of 34 counts of felony charges, and unfortunately, here's the twister, Thaddeus. He was convicted of those felonies in the state of New York. He lives here in the state of Florida. In the state of Florida, if you are a convicted felon, your voting rights are taken away unless you apply for clemency, and clemency is granted to you by the Department of State. Now, Donald Trump lives here in Florida. He gets to vote here in Florida. However, Florida also goes by the laws that are governed by the state of New York. Okay? So, in the state of New York, you can vote if you're a convicted felon as long as, and correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick, you are not in prison at the time that you are a convicted felon. So it's a catch to it. So he's scheduled to be sentenced on July 11th, a few months before the elections. That's next month. So what are your thoughts? Go ahead, friend. Let loose.
Oh, God, Jesus, give me the strength. Okay, let's start here. First of all, he's able to continue to run for president of this country because
wait a minute. Your husband said don't get you.
And I'm trying to, myself down. He's able to run, still continue to run for president of this country, even being convicted of 34 felonies because the Constitution says so.
Fourth Amendment right.
The Constitution says so.
Yep.
So the only way he will not be able to run for president is both bodies of Congress create a law stating XYZ.
Yep.
Now, does it suck? Absolutely. This man is running for the top job in this country. Okay. But you got Pookie and Twan and Nene them over there that got picked up for shoplifting or whatever, got a felony, and they can't go work at the goddamn Piccadilly.
How you know Nene shoplifting?
Okay. Girl, I bought some stuff from her, girl.
Don't be getting my plug away.
So the unfortunate thing, they can't even get a job at the Piccadilly with their felonies. You know, is it fair? It's not fair, but also the system isn't fair.
It's not.
You know, and this goes back to what we've said for all 5 seasons of this show. Know who you're voting for.
That's right.
Not only know who you're voting for, hold these people accountable.
That's right.
Now, anybody that knows me know I cannot stand Donald Trump or anything associated with him. Nothing. Okay. But unfortunately, these people, and when I say these people, the Republican Party, and I'm not going to, all Republicans are not bad, but these ones that support this foolishness with this man
I saw him getting off the plane last night at the airport, getting off his Trump plane last night.
Girl, let me tell you something. And I say this respectfully. Them damn fools in Florida out there waving flags and going crazy for this man around.
I wish I had a BB gun.
It's a cult. So, but my thing is, it's not fair. And I do feel as if this we're at a moment in this country right now with a past president being convicted on 34 felony counts where it needs to start a national conversation. Not only does it need to start a national conversation, there needs to be laws on the books in place for this very reason. Now, we had this jackass named Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yes, jackass. That got up there and that's ranting and raving about Trump being a convicted felon, but had the audacity to say in the same goddamn breath that George Floyd was a convicted felon.
Yep. I was down. You know what? I ain't gonna even lie, friend. I threw my phone down on the. When you sent me that,
you compare. I'm like,
send me this stuff. What? And here's the thing: a felony, as long as the felony is not considered a non-violent or a non-violent and low level, and plus he has no prior convictions. So
let me ask you this question. Okay, in the state of New York, all 34 of his felonies are considered a Class C felony. Okay, let's use that. Okay, stop there. But it's Donald Trump that committed these crimes and had these 34 counts. Now, let's say Vicky Horton is also in the state of New York, and she commit those same 34 crimes, and she's convicted all 34 times on that Class C felony. What's going to happen to Vicky Horton?
Oh, shit. They going to take everything away from me. I ain't going to be able to get no... Number one, I'm going to get fired from my current job. I ain't going to never be able to get a job doing anything finance. They're going to take all my tax certifications away from me. They're going to kick me off of the NMLS. So I'm not going to be able to do anything. I mean, y'all gonna find me working the burger board at Burger King where I started with at 13. I mean, it's not fair. Don't get me wrong. It's not fair.
It's not fair. So I understood in that video where he said, stop. His uncle, auntie, every mama, they got convictions or whatever, but things are different for them, you know, and it's unfortunate. And that's why it has to be a national conversation on this. You know, because it's not fair that we have someone that's able to run for commander-in-chief of this country with 34 felony counts. You know, and it's okay. And bleach blonde, bad build body. Deanna, don't get me started.
Don't please listen.
But
Johnson already got on us about you. So you know what? Joshua, I'm sorry at this point, but we got to let him go.
Yeah,
Go,
yeah.
it's wide-eyed.
Yeah, but then it's just like, but then he can sit on national television and say, "Oh, well, this is wrong. They did that wrong." My thing is, you were convicted of 34 counts by a jury of your peers, a jury of your peers. So all of us, since a jury of your peers, now mind you, a jury that you and your attorney helped pick this jury.
And you know what? This is my thing. I still say he was actually committing a felony right there in the courtroom. Him and his dang on attorney. But I don't like this man. I really don't. I don't like this. I don't know who I'm voting for. I am gonna vote. I don't know. I might write my own damn name in the ballot. I don't know. At this point, why are they letting a convicted?
You know what, Vicky? The thing about it is, just like my husband just said in the comments, and some of his peers were red Republicans. Some people that was on that jury were Republicans. You understand what I'm saying? That convicted him in the state of New York. So again, it's fair to the local mojo that's trying to go get a job and take care of their family and things like that. But this man can go do XYZ. But then you have all these Republicans in Congress that now on this big uproar, oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. But why aren't y'all fighting for y'all constituents in your district that also have this same problem?
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you something. If Kamala Harris, if they found out Kamala Harris was convicted of a felony, all hell gonna break loose with the presidential elections.
Well, thank you for taking me into that subject. Thank you. Hold, please. We'll play a video and we'll come back and we'll come back. We'll talk about Kamala Harris. Hold one moment, please.
Lord, friend.
Oh wait, wrong video. My bad.
He cute.
You say he cute?
Yeah.
Hold one moment, please. Where did it go? There you go.
One moment, please.
Let me give a big shout out to D.L. Hughley because it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of character to openly apologize to Vice President Kamala Harris for spreading misinformation on her prosecutorial record.
I had to apologize to you because I had let a media narrative co-opt my perspective. And I think that tends to happen with women and people of color. I think that we oftentimes hear this sirens call that is so mesmerizing that sometimes you believe it. And I had to apologize to you because you were a prosecutor. I grew up in California. I love that state. Mm-hmm. And what I saw happen to it, I equated it with, elected officials, and I lumped you in with it. Mm-hmm. But some of the things that I have subsequently come to learn about you not only make me proud of you, but make me be an advocate for you. I'm proud of the things you've done. I'm proud of what you're trying to do for this country, this administration is trying to do for this country. And I can say in front of them, I'm sorry that I ever let somebody tell me what I should have known from the beginning.
Give him his tens because a lot of these celebrities are still running with their old bold-faced damn lie. And I'm talking about you, Teddy Riley. And don't act dumb like y'all weren't spreading that shit too. Okay, we heard it all and we debunked it all. People are out here talking about Kamala Harris locking up people for weed. Well, we know that ain't so because the numbers don't match. It's Kamala Harris when she was DA and when she was AG. She created the first in the nation re-entry program called Back on Track, which worked with low-level offenders to get them out of prison and gave them education instead of incarceration. Kamala Harris was a precursor to all progressive prosecutors. Angela Alsobrooke copied Kamala Harris's Back on Track program here in PG County. She's an innovator, an educator, and a good-ass black leader. Okay, let's not do this. But I've been trying to get black people to see from the very beginning as it equates to Kamala Harris and these lies and rewriting of history. I want black people to understand that sometimes we are our own worst enemy. We believe the most extravagant lies about ourselves, but refuse to believe in the worst truths about whites, particularly Donald Trump. Even convicted of 34 counts on guilty, some of y'all are still saying that man is innocent. Some of y'all are still saying this man is for our community when he wouldn't even let us in his apartment building. Some of y'all are still saying that he saved HBCUs when he didn't even want to. Alma Adams had to push for Donald Trump in order to extend the money being funded to HBCU. Some of y'all say he for criminal justice because he passed the First Step Act and let a few black people out of prison. But remember, that provision wasn't added by Donald Trump. It was added by Democrats. And if Donald Trump really cared about criminal justice, why did he not pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act? If he cared about black lives, why didn't he pass the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill when he had ample opportunity to do so? This man was president while both bills were introduced in the House. And don't sit here and say, well, he can't control Republicans. If that's so, Why is it that even though he's not president right now, and as much as Republicans talk about the border, how did he have so much pull to tell Republicans to vote against a border bill under Biden?
Come
This
on
man
now.
has a leash around the GOP and the media.
I love him. I love him. I love him.
Y'all heard what he said.
By his tongue on it. You feel me? I love that young man. And I can listen to him all day. Like I can listen to Chuck really talk all day. I can listen to the young man on TikTok all day long.
I watch him on TikTok all the time, and he speaks facts, and he knows what he's talking about.
He does. He does.
But the point of that video, I wanted to acknowledge D.L. Hughley, and I'll start by saying that I do not like D.L. Hughley at all.
Friend.
I don't like anything he stands for, anything that he's about. I do not like him. But I will give people due credit. One thing I respect in that video about D.L. Hughley is being accountable for his actions. To be able to have a conversation with Vice President Kamala Harris and be accountable, okay, for his actions, and also apologizing for thinking she was XYZ and being a part of spreading false information about her.
Right. Now, Cedric, with that said, I commend him on that as well. I do. I don't like the man, never did. But to me, D.L. Hughley is just more evidence how Black people will take something, and I usually say brown people, but I'm gonna say Black folk, how they quick to just jump on just false information without fact checking anything. And we do, at Deliberate Discussions, if we're wrong, we want people to correct us.
Correct.
We ask for that rod of correction. We want to know, okay, did I just give out some information? But Deliberate Discussions, we try to do our research and find out more about the subjects and things that we talk about. We want to bring all of this stuff to you that you may not have seen in the news or on TikTok or on Facebook. We want to talk about it here. We don't want to sit there and read over 2,000-3,000 comments. We want to talk about it. And D.L. Hughley, shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, he was accountable, and I will say that.
I'm giving you your flowers. I'm giving you your props for that, for holding yourself accountable. I don't think you should have done that the way I don't think you should have did it without doing your research all the way. And you called Teddy Riley name out. Teddy Riley is another one. I'm gonna get off of that because.
But it goes to how, especially us as Black people, we sit around and we listen to these celebrities. And we believe everything they say. We sit around and look at different things on social media and we take it like, oh my God, this is the truth. This is what I saw. This is what they said. We look at stuff on Twitter. We look at stuff on TikTok. We look at stuff on Facebook and everything. And nobody's taken the time to do any research. I recall having a conversation with my husband when he said something to me and he's brought something to me and he'd be so excited about it. And I'd be like, did you do your research on it? How you know that's true? And we'll go back and forth or whatever, and one thing I hate is a bunch of bandwagon niggas.
You said the N-word, dog.
I said it.
You said the N-word.
I said it. I can't.
Y'all niggers, y'all doing that.
You understand what I'm saying? Negros. We as Black people, we need to stand out and make our own decision.
Y'all negros. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you like this too. I said to you the other day when I was listening to that video and you sent it, and I told you I threw my phone up. That's why I said to you, I said, you know what? Some people really need to hear with their eyes and they need to see with their ears.
Correct.
Because and if y'all don't know what that means, it's very clear. Hear with your eyes and see with your ears. Because y'all be getting information. Y'all will take. If I tell y'all the sky is blue, somebody gonna go, child, why Vicky had the nerve to say the sky was green? Then that next person, they just gonna keep on like, girl, she said the sky was red, and everybody see that it's clearly blue. That's how y'all start these lies, y'all negros.
Correct, but it's also important. We're in a political season. I think that this is one of the most important elections because I think this election falls on our freedoms as people and us living under a dictatorship. You understand what I'm saying? I will admit, do I think that Joe Biden is the best candidate? Absolutely not. But I will tell you, for me, I will vote for him because I got to choose the less of the two evils or whatever. I wouldn't spit on Trump if he was on fire. Okay, so, but at the end of the day, you have to do your research. You have to stop believing these click and baits that you see online and people painting these narratives and putting out false information, because that's one thing. If I can't tell you one thing good about these Republicans, they are damn good with putting out these falsehoods.
Yes, they are. They are
damn good with putting out these falsehoods and these
when they put it out, them brown folks, they quick to run to social media. If it ain't on social media, it ain't. If it's on social media, it must be true. If it ain't on social media, oh no, they ain't true. Yeah. That's why when somebody die, I don't run to social media to find out. Correct. You know where I go? I go to TMZ and I go to Wikipedia.
Correct.
Because Wikipedia, I don't know how they get that information so fast. But baby, Wikipedia gonna have the date of death right there.
Baby, let me tell you something. Wikipedia updated Trump's profile to convicted felon.
Already. See what I'm saying? Y'all be Googling stuff. Go Google this. Go. No, Wikipedia, TMZ.
Wikipedia. He wasn't even at the courthouse yet, and they updated his profile.
Already. I want to work for Wikipedia. I ain't gonna even lie. I want to know where where they get their information from, but you know what? We're gonna revisit this because this is election time. So Deliberate Discussions is definitely gonna be there.
Correct. So in the last 10 minutes of this show, we have one. This is gonna be, friend, I need you to hold yourself together, okay? Because Lord have mercy. So let's play this here.
They better be glad I didn't move for no Hennessy.
Let me give a big shout out to DA.
No, not you no more. Okay.
Where's Brandon? Get away from me, bro. No. Hey, go. You need to get. Hey. You gotta go. Right now. I don't care.
Friend, cut that off, please.
Friend, you is pissed. Okay, so that video was a graduation in Wisconsin.
No.
And hold on, where did it stop? Where'd it go? I'm sorry. Hold on, friend. Was a video in Wisconsin, and the dad did not want his daughter, did not want the superintendent, who was Black, to, as his daughter was going across the stage and she had received her diploma, she was shaking all of the white people's hand, and she had to shake the superintendent, who was Black. He did not want his daughter to shake a Black man's hand. So he decided to hop his happy ass up on the stage and push the superintendent out of the line. Now, let me tell you something. I commend the superintendent because he's better than me, because I would have beat his ass on that stage.
Listen, friends.
Okay. And when I tell you, God himself couldn't have got me off that white man. You hear what I say?
Baby, they would have snatched. I would have snatched Quinetta off. Yeah, this Quinetta tonight, y'all. I would have snatched Quinetta off, baby. And honey, he would have got his whole ass. He would have got his whole ass whooped.
And when I tell you, his daughter stood there mortified, like
what that baby did. She's like, oh my God. You can see the disappointment in her face. My question is, how the hell did he get up there to go on stage to begin with? That's number one. Number two.
Vicky, wait a minute. My auntie Irma say, what in the world? I would have run up on that stage and whooped his ass and called the Parkers.
Listen, I would call the Parkers too for some bail money, because let me tell y'all something. If that would have happened to my people who's a superintendent, listen, if that man was my husband or my people, and this white folk, I would want to say the other words, the saltine. If this cracker, I said it. I said, well, damn, I said it. If this cracker would have ran up on my people the way he did, I would have been right down that stage with him, and I would have helped whoop his ass.
Yeah, I did some research, and that particular school, as well as that area in Wisconsin, has a history of racism, and it has gone on so long. They recently saw some of the actual white students at the school actually putting
Somebody posted his name too.
Yeah, Yeah, they actually the students, some of the white students at the school actually were witness putting up Nazi symbols or whatever at the school. The man, his name is Matt Eddy, and he's actually he's been arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. But when I tell you, if he'd have put his hands on me, his mama them would have been saying, soon and very soon we going to see the king.
Oh, yes, Lord.
You get what I'm saying? It's just like, what in the world made him think that was
watching in, baby?
Yeah, that was okay to put his hands on somebody because the man was black and he did not want his daughter to shake his hand.
Honey, let me tell you something. Let me be serious. Let me put my madness aside. Let me let's talk about the girl, his daughter. This man has messed up a one-time moment. A one-time. They didn't even move that girl tassel. Did you notice that?
Correct.
They didn't even, she moved her own tassel. We graduate one time. We have one senior prom. This is on the internet. It's there forever.
That is true.
And I really want everybody to go and look at that video, and I want y'all to read the comments in it because some of the comments are just outrageous. It'll get you out of your rage by just reading some of the comments. They talking about how Daquan gonna have a bent over like a presser, and when she go to college, if she make it to college. But a lot of people say, "Oh, she probably dating a black dude or whatever." You can tell, you can see the embarrassment on this child's face.
Correct. And do you think that there's a deeper conversation of racism at home?
No. What I'm thinking that there is maybe, just maybe, and these are just my thoughts. It's a number of things. Maybe the teacher had a crush on her, or she had a crush on the teacher. It's my thoughts, Cedric. Now I ain't had no medication today, but it's my thought. That's one.
What?
Because, I mean, come on, how many of us, y'all raise y'all hand if y'all ever had a crush on your teacher? I mean, I had a crush on the band director at Atlantic High School, Mr. Andrew Kidd. Fine ass white man. My God. I wonder where he at now today. But he was my band director. But I had a crush on him. And, I mean, when Miss Traylor got with him, I was jealous.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where she at too, because I whoop her ass this day.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Would have gave me a demerit back in the day, honey. But yeah, her and Mr. Kidd, they had a little thing going on. Anybody who was in band.
So you having that thought process, do you think that's something that the dad may have known?
I think so. Maybe it was that the superintendent knew that she was dating a black guy, or maybe she got caught with a black guy and the superintendent didn't notify the daddy or something. There's a backstory to this. And I'm gonna find it.
My thought is
there is a backstory.
I don't think the same way you think. I don't think there's a deeper backstory like you think. I just think that he's a racist bastard.
I think something happened. I'm gonna give Matthew Eddy the benefit of the doubt. I think something may have happened.
Look at your last comment, Vicky.
Bilal, don't you got a flight to catch?
Excuse me, ma'am. His name is no longer Bilal on social media.
He's not my Bilal no more. I like Bilal. Y'all gonna have to get rid of little man and name y'all child Bilal. I like Bilal.
Okay. The little man seen his staring at me like, "Can you hurry up, please?"
I heard you tell no earlier, but no. Matthew Eddy is his name. Matthew Eddy is his name. Go look him up. Somebody, please tell me that there is a backstory to this, because I'm really hoping for his sake there is, because if not, it's gonna be a lot of brown folks ready to whoop his ass wherever he goes.
Girl, it's Wisconsin, child.
Listen, hey. Get your ass whooped in Wisconsin, you get your ass whooped in Mississippi, you get your ass whooped in Atlanta, Florida, Georgia. I mean, Atlanta is Georgia.
Exactly.
Hey, it ain't no limit to where you can open up a can of whoop ass at.
That is true.
I just hope that, there is a backstory for Matthew Eddy.
I'm just sick of I'm just sick. I mean, honestly, I'm just sick of white people thinking that this behavior is okay. That's what I do realize that since this whole mega movement has been in place, that they have gotten a lot more courage and think that they could do X, Y, Z and everything. It's so funny because I tell my husband all the time, like, I hope like hell nobody from the homeowners association ever knock on our door.
Listen, when you sent me the video of the Amazon package, I just like,
Okay.
hell. When the Amazon man threw that package, I had to ask you, what did you do with that? I already did something.
Girl, you know I call around to them, but it's just like I'm just sick of them thinking that this type of behavior is okay.
My problem, friend, is I'm saddened. I'm not shocked. I'm saddened that we are in 2024, halfway through, and we still have this racism going on. And Chuck Ridley is the man. Chuck, if you listen, if you see this, I really want you to come on Deliver Discussions and speak on.
I guess, and then also I'm just sick of, oh, we got to take the high road. Oh, we got to like, we
I
want to go to hell. I want to go to hell. That's where I'm at. Let's go to hell.
I don't want to have to take the high road all the time.
I'm sick of the high road. I'm sick of the high road. I'm going to hell at this point because I'm sick of them messing with us. First
they didn't want us to read. Okay, then they want us to play baseball. Then they want us to play basketball. You know, now y'all don't want us shaking hands.
Yeah, it's bad.
Y'all had us. It's bad enough. Y'all had our ancestors drinking out of separate water fountains, sitting at the back of a bus, and just come on. We're in 2024. You can't shake a person's hand.
Yeah.
They're the same color. The palm is the same color.
Yeah. So that's what we are.
He messed his daughter's whole graduation up. She's gonna be remembered. Your daddy was a damn fool.
A damn fool.
He almost got his ass whooped.
All right. Well, this has been an amazing episode. Season premiere of season 6 of Deliberate Discussions. We want to thank each and every one of you all, especially our amazing followers in the comments. We appreciate you all for the love
You guys
tonight.
are amazing.
Yeah,
you guys have to go back and look at our special edition episode of Deliberate Discussions that we did on May 4th.
May 4th, correct.
Yeah, the day before the wedding. That was a very good discussion. I did post it on my page. I think Patrick has it on his. And of course, it is on Deliberate Discussions page. Please like, follow, and share our page with your friends. We're trying to get as many viewers as we possibly can. And listen, again, we will be doing giveaways, throughout this season. So if you all want to be a part of that, you must be friends with us on Facebook. Deliberate Discussions live with Vicky and Thadric. I just want to say thank you all so very much for allowing us into your homes again tonight, your home, your car, wherever. Exactly. But thank you all so much for watching us and riding with us. We really appreciate you guys so very much. We love you.
So before we hold on one second, before we end the show, I do want to play. Hold on a second. I do want to play one last thing before we go.
You haven't heard? Have you heard? It's on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Girl, what's on Wednesday night at 8 p.m.? I guess you haven't heard.
Hello? Y'all still don't understand? Y'all still haven't heard?
I didn't know who y'all talking about.
Welcome everybody to Deliberate Discussions. I am your co-host, Vicky Horton.
And I'm your co-host, Thadric Parker, and we're Deliberate Discussions. Please join us via Facebook Live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Deliberate Discussions!
I love that.
I love it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you guys so much for an amazing evening, and we look forward to having you guys here back tomorrow night, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of Deliberate Discussions. Have a good night.